Hello, thank you for joining us for the 2026 Spring Stringfellow Health Fund grant review timeframe. We really appreciate the time that you give to our community and the betterment of it. Today we will be going over the timeline as well, and then the grants funded and geographical area, along with how to access the grant applications and how to review. First, we're going to go over the timeline. Monday, March 23rd, we will need you to have the conflict of interest signed no later than 5 p.m. This is so we know which applications and organizations we can assign to you to review or not, whether you're on the board of that one or anything of that sort, or just don't feel comfortable reviewing because you're friends with someone who works for it, so on and so forth. Just let us know. And then, because that needs to be signed by March 24th, so that's the next day, that'll be Tuesday of next week, you can start reviewing your grants. And then, so you have from March 24th till April 20th by 8 a.m. to review grants. And that is roughly a month, give or take, 4 days? And so we need those reviews submitted no later than 8 a.m. because by that time I will be pulling the report to get that processed. So the grant reviewer committee, which is just 3 days later, will go over that report. And if you have any questions, you are welcome to bring that to us at that time or even during the process of reviewing. May 8th is the day that all grants will be announced. And a little bit about the Stringfellow Health Fund. It is for health related and wellness and betterment of the community. Each grant request cannot request anything more than $50,000, and we are awarding $250,000 total. You may see some applications that are outside the area of our 9 counties, but they qualify because the program is presented in one of our 9 counties or multiple of our 9 counties. A few tips while reviewing. Every grant is written differently. Some grants have grant writers. Some organizations are small they don't have grant writers and are new to the grant writing environment, so it's may not be written as well. But what you're looking for is the purpose and the demonstration of the grant. What is that purpose? Does it fit within the guidelines of the Stringfellow Health Fund? And thinking of the big picture of the application, is it going to continue on just after this 1 year? Because our grant is a 1-year demonstration, and they'll submit 2 follow-ups, a mid-year follow-up and a final follow-up. And then application styles and format, like I was saying, each one is going to be different. Some will not give as much information as statistics, while others will bombard you with statistics and written really well. But then you get done with it and you're like, what did I just read? So you're going to score it on that matter and where and how much the impact is for our community from that grant. Scoring process. Keep in mind, if anything below a 70 will not be considered for funding. And this 70 is an overall average on each application. And then for each question, there is going to be a scoring rubric for you, so you kind of know, okay, I am giving this particular question a C, so you see where you're at scoring process. And I'll show you a little bit more once we get to the application side of it. But when reviewing, you are welcome to start and read a few, and you're like, okay, I need to go fold some laundry. You could stop, hit save, and then come back to it later and say, okay, now I have a little more time. So you don't have to do it all in one sitting. And And this is on your pace. It's not, as long as it's in by April 20th at 8 a.m. All right, a couple of things. The collaborative partnership template. This template is somewhat new. However, the organizations are used to it now. In the past, we used to ask for collaborative partnership written letter telling us how they collab and everything, but the trend was a lot of the organizations would just submit a letter of reference, and that's not really a collaboration. So we know if they are a collaboration by filling out this form completely. If they can answer every single question, and we told them that both the organization and who is applying and the one who is collaborating has to sign it. So if they're not signed, go on. You score it accordingly. All right, another item that is going to be uploaded, and this is the heaviest points-wise, is the logic model. And pretty much what a logic model is their grant application all on one piece of paper. It will have 4 columns, and it'll have the inputs column, which is what resources do they have or need. It's also the activities columns. So that's going to be all action verbs. What will you do with the resources? How are they going to do the grant, accomplish what they need to do? And then outputs is how many, how much things that so it's going to be quantified. Outputs and outcomes are going to be filled out, but we're not going to get the exact numbers because it has not been demonstrated yet. Here is an example of the logic model that you will see. Make sure they have everything filled out. So it should have the organizational name, all of that information filled out, the mission statement filled out, and then each of the columns. Here you can see the outputs has like the pound sign and or even the dollar percentage, because they just don't know yet because it hasn't been demonstrated for the year. Okay, how to access the application. I'll leave this up here and I'll tell you step by step, and then I'll show you. To access the reviewer website, you're going to go to our website, cfnea.org, and click on the login at the top right of the screen. You're going to select reviewer login, and then if you reviewed with us before, your username and password has not changed since the last time you logged in. If you have not reviewed with us before, your username is going to be the email that you provided us, and then the password is ABC1234. All right, so let's go from here. Okay, as you see, we're on our website, cfnea.org. Up here, where it says donate login, you're going to click on the login. And you can either select grantee access or grant reviewer login. Either one of those two will take you exactly where you need to be. So I'm going to click on that, log in. And then this is what your dashboard will look like once you log in. The only thing you'll have currently until we assign the applications will be your 2026 conflict of interest. A few things. The red bar up here means that you have applications not completed, and it will show you how many you have up here. So that right now I have 2. To access the application and review it, you're going to go over to the far right and you'll see a red exclamation mark and a circle and the word start. You're going to hit that or click on it. Make sure you read through all of this information. and we'll answer each one. NA, NA. And then for me, I kind of have a little bit of a conflict with the SIM Foundation just because I have a relative that volunteers and works there. So I don't want to be score accordingly and be fair. And then I will sign and date. Okay. Now, here is one of two things. You can either return, actually three things. Return to the evaluation. So while you're reviewing, if you're done reviewing, you are welcome to go back through and redo it. For me, I do it, whatever my gut tells me, that's what I score. I don't question myself, but that's just how I work. Some people like to read it a couple of times and then score accordingly. So we could either return to your dashboard or next pending evaluation. So I'm going to hit next pending evaluation. And here you will see that the application is on the left-hand side, and then the evaluation where you'll be working in is on the right-hand side. You can change it. So these two arrows going opposite ways, if you click on it, it'll flip where the evaluation application is at. And then also, because I know a lot of times, because we changed over the budget form, it may be a little tight. What we could do, so you can review it a little bit better, is move that and you can read it easier. So I'm going to center that. Then we'll go up to the top. Okay. Here you will see, okay, then the first thing we're going to start scoring is collaborative partnership. They do not have a collaborative partnership, so they're going to get NA. This way it doesn't affect their points, their scoring. Here you will read it and you'll score accordingly how well they answered it. I'm just going to mark a 7 and go on. In the comments, you're welcome to put notes in it, or because a lot of the applicants do request to have the review packet so they can learn for future. Do not worry, your information is not shared. They don't know who the reviewer is, and they just know how many reviewers are on the application. So you are welcome to put comments and notes for the applicant in each section. Another spot to keep in mind is you have two options with the logic model. You can either click on the hyperlink and that will download the logic model, or for me, it's easier to just click the eyeball and it'll just pop up. And you can zoom in and read it, and then close, and then score. All right, as mentioned before, you are welcome to start the application, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go walk the dogs. And I'll just pause it or hit save. And now I'm back to, I can either hit return to the evaluation, or now I'm at my dashboard. As you see here, there's one green and one yellow. The green says, and make sure there's a check mark, that it is completed. Now I could go over here and hit continue and just keep on scoring and reviewing the application. I'm just marking, this will be going through. Okay. One other thing. All right, there's the overall scoring. Okay, this is very important because we value your opinion as a reviewer, and we take in consideration how much you recommend funding for each application, to the point where you will see on the report when you attend the reviewer committee Zoom meeting. So let's say they are requesting 7,000. I don't feel comfortable giving them the full 7,000, so I'm going to do partial funding, and I'm going to say we're going to do 4,500, and then you're welcome to put comments in afterwards and hit save. And we're going to return to the dashboard. Oh, well, it looks like I did not finish that. Let's see, where did it not finish? I must have missed something. But anyway, if you have any questions while reviewing, do not hesitate. We are here for you. And we are here for you. Thank you for reviewing, and I hope you have